Go ahead, grab that. Hi guys, welcome. Okay, so I have to tell you guys, I've said it before, but I don't know what is going on. I thought it would be fixed by now, but when I do a private or even when I do these live streams, they're taking a really long time to upload. They're not uploading it until like overnight or the next day. It's very strange. So if you had me do a private for you today, they're uploading now. I might not be able to send them until tomorrow morning though. It's very strange. But anyway, let's start. And all right, I'm gonna unplug this one. I don't know why. You know, a couple of weeks ago, one of my friends said that he said that he couldn't see my videos, but I could see them, and my other friend could see them, but for some reason he couldn't. So I don't know if it's. Maybe I'll try later shutting off my phone and I don't know, doing something. But what either way. Okay, so the first person here is Anna for a general. Okay. General for Anna. Okay, it looks like you may be feeling a little bit regretful, or you may be feeling like somebody stabbed you in the back, and there may be like a slowdown or a hold up. Moving forward, there is cause for celebration, and you are going to be feeling like you have the world at your feet. You have an earth sign here. If you're not with anyone right now, an earth sign could enter, and you may be feeling earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but you may be feeling like you put in a whole lot of effort and you didn't see much of a payoff. You also may be feeling like you've gotten nowhere, but you have divine intervention stepping in. So things should be looking up over the next couple of weeks. What's going on over there, A? Yeah, you're howling. New chapter. What's going on with George? He's been distant. What is going on? How's that thumb, Avery? How's that thumb? George has got some crap going on around him. It's like he's been stabbed in the back by someone, and he's feeling lack of love. He's feeling lack of like a wish, or like things not working out the way he had hoped. He's got some karma that he's dealing with, and he's feeling like this is like, when this card's in reverse, the Four of Swords, it's like not being able to sleep or not being able to get any rest. Like it's either he's constantly dealing with something, or he just he can't seem to like get any rest. He may be a little bit heartbroken and a little bit unsuccessful, and he's kind of feeling it. I feel though that just like with this quarantine, for most of us, you know, it's like I get up in the morning. I don't know what time I got up today. I don't even know what time. I don't know, maybe 8. And like I turn around and it's 4 o'clock, and then I turn around again and it's like, you know, it's like, where the fuck did the day go? And I think that this is just a very strange time for a lot of people. I think a lot of things are changing, a lot of things are breaking down, and I think a lot of people are starting to feel that. So, you know, it's kind of like, I feel like the excavator is coming through a lot of lives. It's like digging things up. And a lot of times, things need to be dug up and readdressed and redealt with before we can move on. Stephanie, how is T feeling about me today? Feels a little bit unbalanced. Two of Pentacles is in reverse. Feeling a little bit unbalanced, a little bit like you're argumentative, a little bit, he's got a lot of anxiety around him in general. He feels that you are kind, understanding, compassionate, attractive, hardworking. You think a little bit too much or you overthink too much. And he's got a lot of shit going on. He's a little bit in over his head right now with his emotions. Mimi, is this thing with D and this girl going to last long, or is it just to get over me? Right? Is this thing going to last long? It's going to last a little while, couple months maybe. Yeah, I think a couple of months. Hey, what's happening here, Cookie? What's going on? Oh, you got some drool there. Let me help you out. All right, come here. All right. I'm seeing a couple of months. She's definitely using the situation, but I think it may take a couple of months before it totally ends. Hey. Sister, how is he feeling towards me right now? Mildly heartbroken. Three of Swords in reverse is like a mild version of heartbreak. He feels you're successful. He feels like either stabbed in the back. I don't know if he feels like you stabbed him in the back, but he's feeling stabbed in the back right now. Feeling like you think too much. Feeling like you're kind. Intuitive. Prepared. Argumentative. Argumentative comes up again. Stable. Loving. You make a good friend. Optimistic. Hopeful. And loyal. Anna, does he talk to his family and friends about me? And if so, like what? I only get a 33% chance that he talks about you. So you may have come up in conversation before, but I don't think that he talks about you a lot at this point. Stephanie, I texted him today that I missed him and told him that I see him more than a friend. How did he take it? He knows that. He knows that you see him more as a friend. He's got a pretty good idea of how you feel. He's kind of he didn't feel bad about it. Like he knows how you feel, but he doesn't think at this point he can give you what you want without you, or he can't make a relationship with you right now that's not going to be full of drama. And he's not ready to deal with all this right now. I'm curious as to what he said, if he responded, because it looks like he feels like this is another thing I have to deal with now. And like he feels very much burdened by life in general right now. Miss Ronnie, is this neck pain from stress? I know you want to crawl, but you're just not there yet. Got to learn how to sit up first. Yes, it is. Yep. Stress. It'll kill you. Gabs. Who's coming towards me in the year ahead, and are they from the past? Okay. Could be somebody from your past. There's divine intervention stepping in for you this year. It looks like it may be a water sign that's a slow mover, a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer. It looks like somebody who could be very focused on business or work or some kind of a career. They may be a Cancer. But it also looks like you're going to have choices around you, and you have a wish when it comes to love. So there could be somebody coming back from your past. There also could be a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. There could also be another Cancer. So it could be 3 different people over the course of the rest of the year. There's a lot going on for you. New chapter. What is George's energy towards me? Are you burping? You're burping, little mama? Respect, love, intuition, and a little bit indecision. Jelena, general advice. You've got passion coming in around somebody who comes in out of the blue. That could be a Pisces or a creative type if you're not with anyone right now. If you are with someone right now, passion comes in out of the blue when you least expect it with your current partner. Feeling prepared to move forward, feeling very well balanced. Watch out for some arguments. If you get mad at something, just think to yourself for a second, is it worth the argument? Is it worth the argument, or can I just let this go? And then life can change for you quickly with the 8 of Wands. Stephanie. He told me that he will text me after his nap, but that was on Facebook online. My friend saw. Wait a minute. He told me he would text me after his nap, but he was on Facebook online. My friend saw. Why did he lie? He still hasn't texted me back after what I told him. All right, he's saying I didn't lie. I just didn't text you back. I just didn't answer you yet. He's feeling very overwhelmed. He doesn't know what to say. He feels that you want more than he can give you at this point, and he feels like no matter what he does, it's not going to make you happy, and it's going to lead to an argument, and he just doesn't want any more arguing. So he's holding himself back. Like, he's like, I'm not answering. I can't deal with this right now. There's too much nonsense going on in my life right now to take on another thing that I have to be responsible for. I think that it wasn't that he didn't lie. He just never answered you back. He intended to, but he was just like, I just can't do it right now. I just can't have this conversation again, or I just can't go down this road right now. Liz, did you get my email? Dylan, please. It's driving me nuts that it's taking so long for these videos to upload. All right, advice from the angels for Liz. Knight of Air. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time and carefully review your options. Creative solutions. The Ten of Water. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships enter. King of Water. Trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Charity work. Oh, here, this one just fell out. Justice. Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. New chapter. What is the energy between George and Catherine? Well, it's up and down. It's somebody gets stabbed in the back, but then there's victory around the situation. Divine guidance here is stepping in for the two of them because I don't know. I think they're on their way out. It's like one person holds the other person back. One person stabs the other person in the back. It's like toxic energy around these people. It's like deliberately doing something to hurt somebody else, causing the drama, and then like it's like I don't want to say it's a roller coaster ride for them because it doesn't look like it's that extreme, but it's like one person does something to upset the other person knowing they're going to get upset about it, and then they have a fight and then they make up. And it's like an endless cycle with them. I don't understand it. It's like, why would you purposely do something knowing it's going to upset somebody so that you have that constant cycle of fighting and making up and getting annoyed and like, it's ended already. Stephanie, does he want to work things out with E and be with E? No, not really. I don't think he thinks that relationship is salvageable. Anna, does he know that I have feelings for him? What's the matter, babes? You slipping down. You drooling on my pants? Sometimes he thinks that you do, but he doesn't know for sure. No, he doesn't know for sure. Hey, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Why are you crying? TV went off. So annoying. This TV shuts itself off sometimes. Like every couple of hours, if you don't hit the button, it shuts off. Mimi, would you say respond if I hear from her? All right, let's see. We're going to respond if we hear from her. Let's have a look. Yeah, I would say you could respond to her. Yeah, I think so. What, should we see if you want more food? You just ate. You piggy? You piggy? All right, let's go see. I'll put you down for a second. I'll go see. I'll get you a bottle. It's coming. Yeah, There you go. See if you want that. Oh, piggy. Oh, piggy. Let me plug this in here. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Dylan. Yeah, I say that you could respond to her. Nicole. So I basically told Jeff today that he is doing the bare minimum as a father. How did he feel about it? Okay, let's see. That's, yeah, there you go. You know what? He's not happy that you said that, but he knows that you're right. He knows that you're right. And it's like he feels like he was called on the carpet, but you're 100% right, and he knows it. I think that if he can, he's going to try to make some changes. I don't think that made him feel good. I mean, how could it make you feel good? But I don't think that he really thought that you were going to call him out on it. You know, you got to, man up. I don't know why, but sometimes guys have a huge problem with it. And I think it's because they know that the child is being taken care of by a good mom. So they feel like my dad almost kind of even said that to us once. My parents got divorced, so we were much older. But he said something to the effect of, that he knew that we were being taken care of. And not an excuse. It's not an excuse, but you can kind of understand it, or, it could make sense. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. I mean, you were making a stink over there before. Kira, what did Leroy say to Thomas and his girlfriend? All right, I don't know exactly what he said. Like, I can't give you a conversation, but it looks like there was a definite tower moment that happened right in the center of the spread. So he said his piece, whatever the topic was, probably has something to do with the home, because the home is here. And somebody feels like they have no choice. So that may have been what the argument was about. I don't know if this is making the girl leave or them finding another place to live. It has something to do with the home. Caused a huge tower moment. But when they finished the argument or the words that they had, they kind of came to a happy agreement that they all could agree on, and they're working out a way to move forward. Or they're kind of taking on the attitude like, we've got to fix this problem. Let's do what's best for all of us. But I don't know exactly what he said. I can't tell you that. It looks like he took charge, though. Like he called a meeting or called a discussion and he took charge. Mimi, what month could it end? She still watches me. It could take some time. It may not end until like December. It could take some time. RZ, what's coming in for love for me and a ways right now? It doesn't look like too much is going on between the two of you right now. I think that there may be a third party involved here. I don't know which one of you has got a third party, but it shows that between the two of you, there may be heartbreak, disappointment, and arguments, plus feeling like unsuccessful. So I don't know if you guys are like seeing each other right now. If you're not seeing each other right now, it doesn't look like it happens soon. It looks like one of you is involved with somebody else. and that there may be arguments, bickering going on, and maybe even a heartbreak between the two of you. BG, last night I had a dream that Michael left me for Misha. Should I be concerned or was it just a dream? I think it was just a dream. I think it was just a dream. Kira, what's next for Leroy and I? Well, it looks like the next thing is working on stabilizing the relationship and getting to the root of the issues that happen, that are between the two of you, whatever causes fighting and bickering, and trying to get the relationship on solid ground before moving forward. It shows that's especially important for him, that he wants to stop fighting and arguing, and he wants to get things on track. He wants to get things stable. Here, take it with that hand. There you go. There, that's it. Mimi, is it just sex with them? It's not 100% just sex. It does show that they do work on the relationship, or they do work on spending time together that doesn't have to do with sex. TD. Is the guy on the dating app I just started talking to today the Aries? He has no picture, but he seems familiar. I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. RZ, what actions will Louise take in the near future? He's an Aries. He's a little undecided right now. He's also feeling very weak or very either misled or controlled, but it does look like communication could pick up over the next couple of months. New chapter. Why is George indecisive with me? Well, it comes up that he feels that you two have a great connection, and he obviously has feelings for you, but he's not 100% sure that he is ready to change his life or make a final commitment to you. And he kind of feels like he'll get away with what he can get away with as long as he can get away with it. It looks like for him, and he's got weakness around him too. Like he's just not strong enough to make a final decision or to make a change. He comes up very weak, like with taking control of his life. So he feels like, well, if I just do nothing, maybe things will work out on their own. And I kind of hate when people do that, because I feel like that always makes everything worse for everyone. Like, make a decision and go with it. But I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to kind of wait and see where the chips fall. Like, he's kind of waiting it out, which I don't think is the best idea, but... Christy, Avery asked James to ride by. Why did he say he was busy? Why did he say he was busy? he was happy that she asked him. He also feels very connected. I think he was either playing a little bit hard to get, or he was trying to like pay her back for something. Like Queen of Swords, like he was being a bitch about it. Like trying to get even, or not letting her know that he really felt like, wow, I'm glad that she asked, or I'm impressed, or like happy that she asked. But he kind of turns it around like, well, now the ball's in my court, so no, I'm busy, I can't. When meanwhile he was just doing it to be bitchy. He's trying to not play hard to get, because it's not that big of a deal, but kind of like wanting to make her think, well, what could he be doing? I don't think he's doing anything. I don't think he had anything else planned. Liz, Ace current feelings towards me. He thinks that you're lucky. He thinks that you have choices. Excuse me. He thinks that you're argumentative, overreacting, loving, kind, smart, happy, loyal, but regretful. He thinks that there's regret around you, or he feels regret around you. Sweet thing. How does Kenneth feel after seeing me the other day? Oh, very connected, stable, happy, creative. He feels loyal, trustworthy, courageous, spontaneous, and intuitive. Nice. Nicole. He told me that I won't let him have the baby, so he can't do much, and that he has a family now, so there is a line of respect is why he doesn't talk to me. Why does he think that is right? He doesn't think it's right. Those are all excuses. Those are all excuses so that he feels like so he throws it back on you. No, first of all, I think it's up to 2 years that you don't have to give the kid. Yeah, I think that you have 2 years where you don't have to turn the kid over for custody without you being there. Well, I may go by state, but I know that somebody was telling me they were having an issue with the custody thing, and they said that, but they were saying that they don't have to give their ex-husband the kid until the kid is 2. I don't know if that's true, but listen, where there's a will, there's a way, and these are excuses, okay? He has a family now. Great. You also have another responsibility. He knows that that's bullshit. These are just excuses that he's giving you. This is not true, and he knows it. He's full of shit. Yeah, he's got choices. He feels like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what he feels like? He feels like if he stands up and he does the right thing, he's going to have hell to pay on the other side. But he knows that you're right. And he knows that what he said to you is 100% bullshit. There is no reason why he can't make time. And he knows it. He knows it. He doesn't, this is the best he could come up with. Elizabeth, what are my similar dreams lately trying to tell me? What are my similar dreams trying to tell me? Well, all right, I don't know what your dreams are about, but it looks like you have happiness with all 10 cups being full. Then you can create with the Magician. Once you make the decision, make a decision to focus on your own happiness, and you can have whatever you want when it comes to love and business. Love and business. Interesting. I'm curious as to what the dreams are. You know, I go like in spurts. Like I don't have dreams for a really long time that I remember, and then all of a sudden I start having them. And I had 2 recently, and I always go by how I feel in the dreams. One I felt really good the next morning, and one I felt really shitty. And I kind of can't put my finger on what that stuff means, or if it means anything. Sometimes I feel like maybe it doesn't always have to mean something. Like somebody just asked, was it just a dream? Sometimes I feel like they're just a dream, but if you're having similar dreams that are reoccurring, I would say there's something to those. The reoccurring dream that I have, this is weird. My father has this one too. I could be in a car. I think I'm usually in a car, and I'm driving up a hill that is so steep that I feel like I'm gonna fall backwards. Like I feel like I'm going up like this, and then it's so steep that I'm gonna fall this way. Like the whole car is gonna. And then it's like getting to the top and not being able to see anything like that. And my dad has the same dream, and it's like a reoccurring dream. It happens every now and again. Sometimes in a car, sometimes I'm on a bus. Sometimes it's like a bridge that we're on. I don't know. It's always very strange. And it's always scary. New chapter is choosing to stay with Catherine for good. You know what? He's not choosing to stay with her, but he's not making a decision to leave, which leaves him right now in the position of being with her. But that's going to blow up regardless of what he thinks, what he wants, or what he does. The thing is that he's kind of taking the easy way out by not making a decision and walking away, makes a decision of staying. But he's not making the decision to stay because he wants to stay. He's not making the decision to leave out of fear, which is going to make everything so much worse because things are going to continue to get worse for him. And eventually that situation is going to blow like a pressure cooker. I wouldn't want to be around when that happens because I think it's going to get bad. I think it's going to be bad for them. It's not going to be bad for you, but it's like if he were to pick up and leave right now on his own free will, it won't get to that point. It won't get to the horrible point. This could get to a very rough situation for him. T. Yvette, General. Okay, you got some stuff happening here. So you like the next couple of weeks or months for most people are going to be kind of slow and static. And that shows for you. Slow and static the next couple of weeks to the next, like, I'm going to say maybe the next 6 to 8 weeks. But then moving past that, you're feeling prepared. Somebody comes in out of the blue, and could be some stability around a work relationship with the Three of Pentacles and also the King of Pentacles. So if you're not working right now, or if you're uncertain about your job because of everything that's going on in this world, whatever happens over the next couple of weeks, if it takes a turn for the worst, something better comes in once we get past this period. Moving forward, you also have a soulmate relationship coming in that pushes your life forward quickly. It could be with a Cancer. If you're already with somebody now, then it means that your relationship gets rekindled and you move forward quickly in that relationship. So I would say the next couple of weeks are going to be really slow, static, maybe even a little bit frustrating, and there may be a lot of unknown, but when you get past it, everything starts to stabilize much, much better. But I feel like a lot of people are going to go through that. I feel like this is a time of, like, all of the weak links in the chains are breaking. And things are all going to be different. It's going to be different. I just think things are going to be different moving forward. Anyway, Elizabeth, how has Ben feeling about me and our relationship? Overall, it looks like he's feeling pretty good about the relationship. It's like he's using his intuition. He's focused on what he likes. He's working hard to maintain the relationship coming up, But it also looks like he may be feeling like he put in a whole lot of effort, didn't see a payoff. And the Six of Swords is here, which is the final card. Now, this can mean a couple of things. It could mean that the two of you plan on going away together, maybe in the next couple of months, taking a vacation, taking a trip to the beach somewhere around water, or it could be one of you leaving. Somebody may leave here with this card. So it depends where your relationship is or how strong it is over the next couple of weeks. Six of Swords could be changing homes and leaving. So we got to wait and see how that plays out. But as of today, he feels okay about the situation. He feels good about it. Sweet thing. What are Kenneth's actions towards me? You guys could be spending some time together coming up. Not right away. It may be, may not be until late spring or early summer. Or it could even be when the sun moves into Cancer, because you've got the Chariot card here. Oh no, when the sun moves into Gemini. Maybe it's not that far off. He's feeling connected to you, very much so. A lot of patience, a lot of compassion, a lot happening here around this situation over the next, I'm going to say, the middle of the spring through late summer. There should be some action, spending time together, communication, that kind of stuff going on. There was my spot. Oh my goodness, what happened? Adriano, what's he going to tell me once he decides to talk to me? Oh, noob subs. I always answer new subs before I go off. So if you're new to the channel, put a green heart by your question and I'll make sure I get to it. Adriana, is he gonna tell me when he decides to talk to me? Well, I can't give you the exact conversation, but it looks like he's going to tell you that he wants to be happy. He's got a bunch of adventurous things that he wants to do, and he doesn't want to spend his life waiting around. He's got a lot of things that he wants to celebrate, and I think he's going to have some adventurous ideas that he's going to share with you. It could get interesting. Sweet thing. How did Kenneth feel after I told him it's almost over? All right, I don't know what is almost over, but I'm going to see what the cards say. He feels argumentative. Argumentative comes up twice, and like he's holding himself back. So I don't know what you guys are talking about, but that's what the cards show. Adriana, why have I been lately thinking of him? Oh, because he's been thinking of you. That's why. Yeah, he's been thinking about you. He may be reaching out to you coming up over the next couple of weeks, and there's some success here around the situation, the Six of Wands. Yep. Jordani Casson, will me and my fiance get back together? Yes, I think that you will. But I think that there may be some jealousy around the two of you. One person may be jealous of the other person, or that may be what has torn you apart, because the Devil card is here. The Devil could also be some sort of an addiction that got between the two of you. But being it's a personal relationship, I would go with jealousy when this card shows up. So you could work things out, and with the Two of Cups, definitely reconnect. Just try to focus on what you like in the relationship and not what you don't like. And if jealousy really is a factor, whichever one of you is feeling jealous, or whichever one of you is the, one that's dealing with those emotions, jealousy is an evil emotion only because it shoots out into the universe fast and then it gets reflected back to us fast. So if you're jealous, I'm just using you for an example, you can manifest your fears really quickly because jealousy is so strong. It's such a strong feeling when we feel it. It's like a punch in the gut. Like it's like knocking the wind out of you. So you want to try to work on what you feel secure about, not what you feel jealous about. Anyhow, I think that there can be a reconciliation within the next 7 weeks. Gabs, what is Chantel Thomas's energy towards me? TB, is she spreading gossip? What is TB? What is Chantel Thomas energy towards me? TB, what does TB stand for? All right, let's see if she's spreading gossip first. It doesn't look like she's spreading gossip, but it does look like she's indecisive. Indecisive, yeah, it does show that she's indecisive. Her energy towards you is she is anxious, nervous, and at the same time, she's also happy. So I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but it can be both sides of the sword. She could be your very best friend one day and she can stab you in the back the next day and then feel really bad about it. So just be a little careful with her. I don't think she's spreading gossip about you, but I think that she's, for lack of a better phrase, a frenemy. Yeah, I would just keep my eye out for her. Brenda, how is Bobby feeling currently? He thinks that you're incredibly successful. Success comes up. He thinks that you're independent, you're attractive, loving, adventurous, kind. He thinks that you're a go-getter, well-educated, hardworking, and attractive comes up again. T. Yvette, is M crushing on me? A little bit, yep. Kira, how does Thomas's girlfriend feel about me? She's a little bit jealous of you. She's not over the top jealous of you, but there's something like, I think that she feels that you're more capable than she is. You're more independent than she is. She's a little bit envious of you, which, a little bit envious is not that big of a deal, but jealousy can be a big deal. Like, worse for her than for you, because jealousy goes out into the universe quick. And she'll wind up paying for that. It'll get reflected back to her fast. But there's something about you that intimidates her a little bit. Kira, how does Urel's girlfriend feel about me? I think that this person thinks that you're creative, smart, stable, See, this person seems a little bit more even keeled. The Nine of Cups, this person could honestly like you. Also feel that you're very well prepared and that he has a lot of respect for you. Kira, how is Leroy feeling? When will he contact me? You should hear from him within the next 3 days. He's feeling anxious. He's feeling a little bit upset, anxious, insecure, but the way that he feels about you is loving, kind, compassionate, serene, and balanced. New chapter. What can I expect from George? Use your intuition around this situation. He's kind of going to be on a roller coaster of emotions, like up and down, in and out over the next couple of weeks. I would just kind of go with it. Right in the center of the spread is the King of Swords, which means that you could hear sharp words from him, or the two of you may exchange sharp words, but it'll only be a moment in time. It'll pass. And then you have cause for celebration that comes in at some point over the next 6 to 8 weeks. TD, how's the Aries feeling lately? He only watches my stories. Will he ever man up and reach out? How do you people know if someone watches your stories? Because people always ask me that question and I have no idea. On my own page, how do I tell if anyone's looking at my stuff? Because especially on Instagram, that one is like kind of like where I haven't really, but like I advertise to my YouTube channel. And I don't put stories up because I figure out how do I know if anyone looks at that. On the business one, it says like how many people, 5 people have looked at your profile, but you can't see what 5 people looked at it. Oh, the first thing that comes up around the Aries is passion. He's feeling passionate, happy. Use your intuition, and this situation can change. You have the Death card here, which means this relationship evolves, or the situation evolves. You may have some more control in the next couple of weeks. Mimi, should I let go? Is our time done? December is too far. Nothing is done yet. No, I mean, she could go in and out of your life. There's still going to be arguments around the two of you with the 5 of Swords, but I don't think it's done yet. I don't think it's done yet. Liz, what will A's actions be towards me for April? What will A's actions be towards me towards April? There's going to be some arguments. There's going to be some arguments, a little bit of upheaval, but you could have happiness if you want it. It's going to be delayed. Sun is in reverse. The moon is in reverse. He could have a secret. When the moon's in reverse, a secret can get revealed. If you want this relationship to work, the sun is in reverse and the sun promises happiness. Even if it's in reverse, it's still a good card to get. It just may take a whole lot of hell to get there. If you're prepared for that, it can be yours. Sweet thing. Been having dreams? Are there meanings to them? The Judgment card fell out. Yeah. So the divine is sending you these dreams. Not everyone. I don't believe that every dream is, prophetic or means anything. Like sometimes they're just like bizarre things. But yeah, I think that there are meanings to them. Yeah. What you can do is, I always forget to do this. is either write them down or take notice of how often you're having them or how similar they are. Because sometimes, like similar to tarot card readings, like one card can have a lot of meanings, and there also can be a lot of the same meanings throughout the card. So say, for example, like the moon card can be use your intuition, but so can the high priestess, right? Well, you could have dreams that are very similar like that. So if you could remember to write down some of the key elements, you know, like I was saying, my dream where I'm going up a hill. Sometimes I'm in a truck, sometimes I'm on a train, sometimes I'm on a bus, but it's still the same type of thing. Jordani, does CH want to be with me? Yeah, I think so. I think so. It also looks like you have choices around you. There may be several people around you that want to be with you. Liz, how does A feel about me currently? He's feeling a little bit weighed down by the situation. He feels like he's in control. He feels that you're loving, you're kind, you're caring, you're intuitive. But he thinks that he's in control and he wants to stay in control. New chapter. Does George even care about losing me? He cares about losing you. He doesn't think right now that that's going to happen. He thinks that he kind of has you where he wants you. And he doesn't think that he has to do anything to hold on to you at this point. He kind of is taking you for granted right now. He's also a little bit afraid. He's afraid of making a decision. He's afraid of screwing up everything. He's afraid. I don't want to say he's being a wimp, but he's not manning up to the situation. It's almost like he's trying to, like, it's going to sound so stupid, but you know how, like, when everybody in the house is sleeping and you're trying to, like, creep through without making noise, and then all of a sudden you just step on something or you trip over something and it wakes everyone up? That's what's going on here. It's like he's trying so hard not to rock the boat, but he's going to hit something and it's going to blow everything sky high. Like, he should just, you know, turn on the lights and wake everyone up, because that's what's going to happen. Yeah, he's doing himself in. He doesn't realize it, though. Empress, how can I improve my thoughts on my self-image? Affirmations. I think most people struggle. I think that the number one thing that people struggle with is self-worth. That's what it seems to be for most of us. Excuse me. And what they say you can do, and Law of Attraction coach actually suggested that I do this, is to make a list of things. Like in one column, you write all the things that you don't like about yourself. I'm a procrastinator. I can be lazy. I put things off till tomorrow. I'm a slob, whatever. And then next to it, or underneath it, you write the opposite, but you write it in the past tense. So you would write something like, I intend to get things done, or I'm so impressed with myself for getting things done, like the exact opposite of the way that you feel. So the first step is kind of identifying what it is that you don't like so that you can work on changing it. 9 times out of 10, I think most people suffer with feeling not worthy. So that could be a huge one that you could just start with. Worthiness. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am deserving. Because everybody is. I mean, like, we're all human beings, right? We basically have all the same wants and needs, give or take. And everybody deserves to have those needs filled. You know, like, we all should have that. But yet a lot of people sell themselves really short. And you have to figure out what it is for yourself. Like, I tend to sell myself very short when it comes to jobs, working, and money. I don't know why, I just do. But it's something that dates back to like when I was in high school. Like, and it comes back down to feeling unworthy. Like, I would work at a job. I worked at a job. One of my friends worked at a job, and she made more money than me. And I remember feeling that like she deserved more money than me. Well, or feeling like, well, she wouldn't work for that less, or she wouldn't work for this amount. Why should 2 16-year-olds? Why should one person be paid more than the other? It's worthy. It's feeling worthy. And I think that most people as human beings feel like they're not worthy. So that's a huge one you might want to start with, or at least think about it. Because nobody is perfect, but this doesn't matter. So what? So what? We're not perfect. Krista, does Jay miss me, and will he reach out soon? Yes, and it should be within the next 12 days. Gabs, how does Parm really see me as a person? How does Parm really see me as a person? Sees you as very capable, very strong, very courageous, but like you sell yourself short. Another one. Sees you, all right, the King of Swords is somebody who knows how to assert themselves and knows how to get things done. But this could be like, I know how to get things done in one area of my life, but I can't in another. Because the swords could sometimes be double-edged. So you may be somebody who comes off like, when it comes to work, I know how to assert myself and I know how to, get things done. But when it comes to my personal life, I don't know how to put myself first, or I don't know how to be assertive in that respect. So I think that whoever this person is in relation to you thinks that you're a strong person, you're very courageous, but one area of your life you're super successful and assertive in, and one area of your life you don't give yourself credit for. That's what comes up. Miss Anna, I'm twin flaming tonight of his shoulder injury. Oh, you always get that. It aches like hell. Yeah, it probably is. Let's see. Yes, that is the shoulder injury. That always happens to you. Somebody else here just has a shoulder thing too tonight. What's in store for me until the end of the summer and love for me? And will the Pisces be in full commitment or someone new? Okay. Love between now and the end of the summer. I think it's going to be the Pisces. You got the Pisces here. And it looks like it could be a little bit up and down. You may be feeling like you put in a whole lot of hard work that you didn't get what you wanted, or you didn't see enough of payback. You may be feeling a little stuck in the mud, but then they come in out of the blue, and the relationship is built on solid ground with very deep roots. And then it looks like it might slow down and may get a little frustrating again. The Pisces is here. The Pisces is here. It's a soulmate relationship. There could be commitment that comes in at some point. I can't swear it's going to happen before the end of the summer, but not only that, money and manifestation, so magic. You can do this. Like, you can call him in, and you can also make a whole lot of money before the end of the year if you focus on what you want. Yeah, you got 2 cards indicating that Pisces is showing up, so that's what I'm going with. Lydia, the thing that I did for you is loading. Lately, it's been taking like 16 hours to load. Like, I got emails from people today saying, oh, I'm sorry, I missed your live earlier today. But that wasn't my live from today. That was posting from last night. So I don't know how soon I'm going to be able to get that reading to you. But long story short, it's good. Oh, that's what you wrote. I know I have a reading with you later. I already did the reading. And it's good overall. but I'll send it to you. And I didn't have you didn't send specific questions, so I just did it overall. If there's anything you're not sure about, just email me and I'll answer that too. Max showed up unannounced this morning at 6 a.m. He spent the morning with you. Why? He's not letting you go. This guy's not letting you go. First thing, here he is. He comes in out of the blue. Don't be shocked if he does that again. The High Priestess is here. Use your intuition with him. This guy is not going to let you go. He's going to be working hard at cultivating a relationship. He may argue with you. He may fight with you. He may act like an ass sometimes, but he comes in with an offering of love because he feels very connected to you. And no matter what happens, he's going to keep coming back. I think that he likes, or he's going to like the showing up. Oh, excuse me, because he feels like, it feels to him like, it's a relationship that way. Like he can come, like he shows up and feels kind of like home for him. Like, I'm here now. Like, it's like he just shows up. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing. Hopefully the stupid thing uploads so I can send it to you when I get off here. But if not, it'll come tomorrow. But basically, things are looking really good for the two of you. I especially like, though, the way that you come off. You come off as knowing who you are and being confident in your own skin and that kind of stuff. And I like that. So I think that you're in a good situation. I think you're in a good place. Miss Anna, is Val's fiance sending me sarcastic messages, acting to be her, to say subliminal messages to sabotage our friendship? I hope not. I hope not. I only get a 33% chance that he's doing that, but you do have a mini tower moment that's coming up around that situation. I would say to you that if it wasn't for the cards, I would say to go with your intuition because you're probably onto something, but the cards don't suggest that he's doing that. I would watch out for him though, because just because you think that and you feel that, there's probably something to it. Yeah, I don't really care for that. All right, I'm just going to go put this in the refrigerator because this shit's expensive. It can't sit out. Otherwise, I got to throw it out. You all right, buddy? You all right? He kind of hurt his leg a little bit today when we were out for a walk. You know, his back legs aren't that strong. I think he's okay overall, but he's a little bit hurting walking up and down the stairs and jumping up on the bed. Jordani, what is the secret CH is hiding from me? Are you sure there's a secret? Because I'm not seeing a secret here right now. It shows that they may be feeling a minor hurt that may have nothing to do with you. They may be feeling a little bit disconnected or feeling like they have no choices. Financially, they look like they're feeling sort of stable. If there's somebody from your past, they're coming back, the Six of Cups. If they're not someone from your past, somebody from your past is coming back too. It looks like the happy home is here for you. It doesn't look like they're hiding anything from you. The only thing that they could be hiding from you, I would say, would have to do with money, because there's a lot of money around them, a lot of like business dealings, business people, and money. Ten of Pentacles, financial stability and money, a large sum of money that comes in. And it could have to do with a business. So maybe it has something to do with business, but I'm not seeing, like the moon in reverse would indicate that they're hiding something from you secret-wise. So I don't think that they're hiding anything from you like that. But if you think so, then I would have to go with that. It has something to do with money and business. Brenda, do you see Bobby reaching out soon? Yeah. Could be within the next 5 days. 5 days to 5 weeks. Yeah. TD, will my SIL be discharged from the hospital tomorrow? I'm only getting a 33% chance that it'll be tomorrow, which to me is odd because I think that they're trying to keep people out of the hospital right now. It does show here that there's transformation around the situation and there's a slow and steady wins the race. So I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know if the recovery is slow or if there is some sort of a complication that slowed down whatever it is that's gone on. Because 33% chance would indicate that no. I mean, that's slim that she's coming home tomorrow. And I know they're trying to keep people out of the hospital right now. So maybe there's some kind of a complication or something that may be coming up that keeps her there another day. Doesn't look like it's anything that's too big of a deal, though. Jordanae, is the spell working? All right, I'm only getting a 33% chance that the spell is working, but I don't know how long ago you did it. So I know that anytime I do spells, I always give them at least 6 weeks. Usually I always say 0 to 3 months before you see results. So it just may be too soon. That's why you haven't seen results yet. I just laugh because there was one time I did a spell for someone. I'll never forget it. I did it for him on Friday. It wasn't even freaking done yet. And the woman showed up the next day. And I said to him, I have to tell you, it never happens like that, ever. It's never happened for me like that. And for whatever reason, the next day she showed up for him. And they've been together ever since. Excuse me, but if it's something that you just did and 33% shows up, to me that just means you haven't given it enough time. It is working, it's just not working, you're just not there yet. That's what I would say. Diana, why do I keep dreaming about my ex, Brandon? Because he's thinking about you. That's why. Especially, the nighttime, yeah, he's thinking about you. Depending on, I don't know what he does for a living, but for people, this is what they say: when you're sleeping, your subconscious is really open. So if somebody is awake, like if you know, that's why the witching hour at 3 o'clock in the morning is when I usually, especially Friday mornings when I was teaching early in the morning, I would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do the spells then all the time because I was up. The other person is sleeping. It's kind of easy to get in there. So that's why you're dreaming about them, because this person's thinking about you. for one reason or another, you've been on his mind, or your name has been on the tip of his tongue lately, and he's been talking about you, and that's why you're picking it up. Sweet thing. Kenneth and Ruby been discussing our relationship. I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't get any aces. Adriana, what's coming to me? You may be feeling a little bit undecided. You may be dealing with a little bit of indecision moving forward, or you might have to make some choices. You're embarking on a great personal transformation. It's not going to be heartbreak free, though. You may find that some old wounds may resurface and you're holding yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. Go for it. You got some adventure coming in towards you, too. Some adventurous times coming up. New chapter. I feel like I should ignore some of George's texts because he's being distant. Should I ignore his messages? And if so, what can I expect? I think you should ignore some of them too. I think that if you ignore him a little bit, he's going to get a little bit more stable, and things may even pick up with the Hangman in reverse. You may want to change the energy of the situation. So I always think anything that you can do that's different from how you normally act in this situation will change the energy, even if it changes it just a little bit, and it should help. It should help the situation. Adriana, personality of my next partner, and how's he going to be with you? The next person should be very successful, very strong personality. They're going to treat you really well because you feel like you made it to the top of the mountain. You got something to celebrate and a wish came true. Their personality is going to be strong, successful, happy, lucky. Like they're the kind of person that sets goals and reaches them. Successful, a strong personality, courageous, happy, nurturing, kind. They're going to be a nice person. It's going to be a good person with a good connection. Kira, what is my karma? I can't really answer that. We don't know. Karma is not something that we could really read. You want to ask a different question? Like, we have all different kinds of karma. Sometimes, like, we don't even see it. I think a lot of times we say that things are, oh, well, that's just, or that's what I get because, you know, I was a bitch to this person. But I don't think it works like that. I think that the karma you get is stuff that we don't see. Yeah, I think it's very complicated. So if you want to ask a different question, send it with purple hearts. Marcella, Did she go behind my back to date L? I think that she may have. The success card is there, which would kind of make it a yes for me. I think so. Marcella. Why does she feel the need to compete with me? Green-eyed monster. She's jealous. Yeah. Jealous, insecure. Feels unsuccessful or like she can't get out of her own way. Feels like she can't win any battles, like she's always on the losing end. Feels unstable, insecure, unworthy, like she has no choices. She's her own worst enemy. I mean, most people are their own worst enemy, but she really is. Like, she focuses way too much on negativity. And she's jealous of you, envious of you, and feels threatened by you. Adriana, does Gil want a relationship with me, and will he try? I think he is interested. I think that there is a possibility of things taking off in the month of June. It's possible, or it could be 6 weeks from now, or the month of June. Well, 6 weeks. June's a little bit further than that, but yeah, things could take off with him. Kira, what kind of impression do I generally give people? Okay. Generally, you come off as abundant, kind, prosperous, or like abundant. Abundant doesn't have to mean like you have a lot of money, but like you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer. You come off kind, hardworking, stable, like a lot of fun. I think you make a good impression overall on most people. Sweet thing. Do you see positive results from blessing ritual? Yes. Yes. Moon lover. Was he my twin flame? I don't think so. I am not a big believer in the twin flame thing. Let's see. No, I think it was a soulmate relationship. You got the soulmate relationship card here. Allison, what's A and Kat's next 2 weeks look like? Not so great. Well, a little up and down, roller coastery. Justice is in reverse, so somebody may be feeling like they're not seeing justice. Then there's a slowdown. Things aren't moving forward fast. The Sun is in reverse, and so is the Seven of Cups. So they have no choices. They're not feeling happy, kind of feeling stuck. turning in, isolated. But you know, we're under lockdown here, so who the hell knows? When the Virgo shows up, this would be like turning in, isolation, contemplation, that kind of stuff. But when you're forced to be on lockdown, that could be that, you know, it could be showing that this is what's going on while they're on lockdown. Feeling like they're holding themselves back, but then there's the reconnection. So under normal circumstances, I would say that they're pulling back from one another, but then they reconnect. But being that we're all on lockdown, they may be physically separated because they don't have a choice. And that may wear on the relationship a little bit. Like, sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. Sometimes out of sight, out of mind. It depends on the situation. Like, same thing with opposites attract, or like attracts like. I was having an argument with somebody about an astrological thing where they were like, well, it's opposite, and they're going to repel one another, and it's not going to, and I'm like, sometimes opposites attract. Given the right situation, opposites can attract, and it can be a really strong connection. But I wasn't going to argue with this person anymore. But so my point is that something like this could be pulling them apart rather than, they may not be missing each other as much. I don't know. There's something with isolation and like distancing themselves, but then they reconnect. But that may not be so hot at that point. Gabs, what was the super chat that I missed? What was the question? Send it with purple hearts and I'll answer it. TD, does the Aries still feel like we have a connection? He always said that we do. Yes, he still feels that way. Yeah. Mimi just deleted her off of Facebook. What's the outcome of that? She's going to feel stabbed in the back, and you guys are going to have an argument. Yeah, there's going to be an argument over that. I'm not a big fan of the blocking and deleting kind of stuff unless it's somebody that you really want nothing to do with, or the person is like harassing you. Yeah, because I'm not a big fan of you putting out, like a lot of times people are like, well, I blocked him. Is he going to call? Well, no, you blocked him. He can't call. I mean, yeah, he can find, look, we can find another way to contact one another. You could show up at my house. You can this, you can that. But at the end of the day, the energy you're putting out into the universe is one thing, but you want the opposite to happen. So putting out into the universe, go away, but then saying, well, are you going to come forward? It's the opposite. So it's like stepping on the brake and the gas at the same time and spinning around in a circle. I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff because you're not aligning with what you want. You're playing a game. If that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want this person to come forward and you want this person in your life, deleting them sends a message that I want you gone. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I would only tell people to do things like that if they really want the person out of their lives, or the person is harassing, or like for someone like me, like I can't have my phone ring when I'm at work because it cuts into like if I have the music playing and the phone rings, the music stops and the phone rings, and I'm teaching a class. Yes, I know I could put it on do not disturb, but I always forget. Most people that know me know not to call. Send a text message first. But some people don't give a shit what you're doing and they just blow up your phone. Well, those people get blocked. Allison. Oh, I answered the question about Parm. I answered the question about Parm, but I can't remember what I said. Does anybody else remember what I said? Because I remember the name. All right, let me answer for Allison. When should I expect communication from A, and what will she say and want? Okay. Oh, this phone's gonna die. Does anybody remember what I said about Parm? Communication can come in within the next 9 days. The communication could be about changing her life, changing it quickly, and walking away from something that no longer works. It could even have something to do with the home. And then she may also be talking about feeling like she didn't get a wish because the Nine of Cups is in reverse, or she hoped that something would have worked out differently, and that looks like it had something to do with money because the Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. When she reaches out, she may be feeling frustrated on a couple of levels. Andrea General. Feeling prepared, strong, and courageous moving forward. Somebody comes in out of the blue who you maybe thought you were never going to hear from again, or it could be somebody who just you haven't heard from in a long time. The person could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. They may be feeling the weight of the world is on their shoulders, and when they reach out to you, you have this conversation, you make them feel better, and they let go of regret that maybe somebody that you either had a falling out with, or maybe somebody who wasn't such a great friend, and you kind of forgive them. You're also about to embark on a great personal transformation with the Death card. Mariana, what's my boyfriend's current energies towards me? Loving, argumentative, transformative, and respect. So they may be a little bit argumentative, but they have a lot of respect for you, and I think the relationship is growing. Goddess, love. You may be feeling like you've been stuck in the mud here with the Hanged Man, but you're working really hard when it comes to love moving forward. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a Leo coming in. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship will be strengthening. It feels like moving forward, love gets a little bit more stable and a little bit easier to deal with. And you got transformation coming in around love. So if you're not with anyone right now, Leo comes in. If you are with someone right now, current relationship strengthens. Adriana, is Gil the next partner, or will it be someone else? It looks like you're going to have a choice between two fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. It could be two Sagittarius, two Leos, two Aries, or it could be just two fire signs. But he could be one of those people if he's a fire sign. Looks like you're with a fire sign next, or a fire sign shows up next. New chapter. Will George do what he has to keep my attention? Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. I think I made it through the super chats. This guy's snoring. Let me back up to the top. Sonia, I am worried. Will I work with Webhelp or somewhere else? And when because this lockdown doesn't help financially. I know a lot of people are feeling that. And it's like the whole world. This is really crazy. Will I work at Webhelp? I'm not convinced that you're going to work for Webhelp at this point. You may be working somewhere else. This lockdown, like I'm twisted up over this because I feel like we can't stay locked down like this forever. The whole world is shut down. But then on the other hand, I'm like paranoid to go out, and I'm not a germaphobe, and I'm not normally afraid, but lately I've been really fucked up over it. And meanwhile, it's like I'm not even sure that I believe, like I definitely believe there's something out there, and I'm not, like things are twisted and there is a virus. I know that. I mean, I know someone from yoga who had it and she's fine now. She just posted the other day that, like yesterday, that she has like 100%, just about 100% recovered from it. But like I feel like there's something about it that we don't know, and I don't think it has to do with the virus. I think it has to do with something else. I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing, it's just really twisted. Adriana, when am I going to be choosing the person? It could be sometime over the summer, maybe closer towards September. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the top. Did I make it through all the super chats and not skip anybody? I think that I got through the super chats. V, am I going to hear from him this weekend? didn't hear from him this weekend. I'm not convinced you're going to hear from him this weekend. Darlene, does Kevin miss me at all? Yes, he does miss you. All right, let me go back up to the top. Galaxy, what will my next relationship be like? Well, the first thing that comes up is divinely guided. You'll either be at the right place at the right time when you meet this person, or you're going to have help from the powers that be with this relationship. It can be very stable, secure, passionate. It's not free of problems. There's going to be some arguing and bickering, but overall it looks like it's going to be a loving and a stable relationship. Rara, can I know if my mother told the secret that I asked her not to my sister? I don't think she told her. I don't think that she told her. Essence, what would Darius react if I contacted him? Okay, how would Darius react if I contacted him? Okay. If you called him, I don't think he would pick up. I think that he would wait to listen to a message, and then I think he would be slow to get back to you, but he would get back to you. If you text messaged him, same thing. I think that he would make you wait. He would think about it, and then he would get in contact with you, and then he would have some anxiety around the situation, or maybe before he gets back in touch with you, he may get anxious. He may feel a little bit unstable, but he answers you, and you guys could start talking again. The Judgment card is here, which means that this situation can be divinely guided, or it could be something that's meant to be, or coming to a crossroads. I'm going to go back up to the top. All right. Moderators, you can send in your questions. Lola, does Karam miss Ilham? Yes. Yeah, but where on Instagram and Facebook does it show that they looked at the story? I don't see it. Do I have to click on something? Because if I click on the story thing, it just says update your story. I'm a spaz when it comes to technology. I don't know how to work anything. Gabs, I think I answered 2 questions. One was about Chantel, and the other one was about Parm. I don't remember what I said about either one of them. Isn't that crazy? I can't remember. I can remember the questions because I remember the names of the people, but I can't remember what I said. I don't know if anybody else remembers, or if anybody remembers around what time I answered them. You know, I definitely answered the one about Chantel because I asked what did TB stand for, or what did TB mean? I got to a lot of people. Oh, good. Did that one. Sun. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Um, Cosmic Y. I want to know, is someone spying on me on social media of this year? Yes, people are always spying. The thing is that with social media, like bizarre people will spy on you. Like, whose page was I looking at? I was looking at somebody's page. And it was somebody that I wasn't friends with, but there was something on the page. I can't remember what it was now, but I was like, oh, look at me stalking out this page. I can't remember whose it was or what it was that caught my eye. But, all right, let's see. Somebody stalking Cosmic YT. Yeah, but I knew that was going to happen, especially with social media, because sometimes, like, you can see something and you click on it, and it's not because you want to know what's going on in the person's life, but it's because like a story on their page is interesting or something like that. Social media attracts stalkers, and sometimes they're random people that are, for whatever reason, looking at your page. Yes, but there's definite stalkers. There's no doubt about that. Yes, you can close the super chats. Thank you. I'm getting tired. And I'll do the moderators. And while I wait for the moderators, I will try to get to some of these other people here that I didn't get to. Looks like I got to a lot of people. How about Gracie? Oh, happy birthday. Could you tell me how James feels about me emotionally? I feel like he's holding back emotions. Okay. How's James feeling emotionally? He feels abundant. So when that comes up around emotions, it's a good thing. It's like feeling abundant, feeling full. He feels like he spends a lot of time thinking about things. He may overthink things. That might be what it is that you're picking up on when you say you think he's holding back. Like, you may sense that he's thinking about things more than he's talking about them. He feels connected to you. He feels like you guys have a good connection. He's got a lot of strength around him, a lot of courage. Sometimes he feels a little bit undecided, but overall, it looks like he works hard at the relationship or the situation. General for Mel. General for Mel. Wow. You've got a lot of respect coming up around a personal transformation. Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain. Stepping out of your comfort zone or out of your usual box brings you a new business opportunity. And you have a wish. You have a wish around you. Make it good. You also have, well, financial stability comes in. You always got that coming up. Business and financial stability comes up around you a lot, around a new business of some type. You also have here the Four of Swords can be rest, relaxation, taking time away, or it even could be like a spa day, but generally speaking, it's like a little vacation or time off. Crystal, how does the Capricorn feel about me? Spends a lot of time thinking about you. Thinks that you're kind, attractive, loving, nurturing, honest, strong, intelligent, strong and courageous, but also very stable and down to earth. I think that they like you. I think you guys have a good connection. All right, Brandy. I need Brandy's question. Did I pass it? Does Deverick have me on his mind? Okay. Yes, he does. He does. All right, guys. That's it for me tonight. I'm wiped out. I don't even know why. I feel like I did nothing today, but I'm going to go. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm supposed to go to my brother's house. I don't know if I'm allowed to be there. I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we'll just, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm all twisted up over everything. Either way, I'll be on tomorrow. If not before, definitely at night. I'll definitely be on at like 9:30, but I'm going to try to come on maybe in the morning too, but like early, like maybe 10 o'clock. We'll see. I have to go out for my run because I've run every day this week so far since Monday. Like my legs are like lead pillars. It's like trying to run like I'm the Tin Man. Whatever. I just got to do it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, wait. What's the matter? I got to wait? What happened? Did I miss someone? Maybe I skipped someone. Hang on. Let me check it out. Essence sent another super chat that I missed. What should I do to fix my connection? All right, let's see. Use your intuition. Your intuition comes up very strong. I would say you have to make a decision. All right, you have the decision card here. Make a decision to use your intuition, to focus on what it is you like about the connection. Focus on what you like, not what you don't like, and be honest. Honesty comes up around the situation. Honesty and loyalty. Focus on what you like about the connection, not what you don't like about the connection. So for example, if you love that you go out to dinner every Friday night, focus on that. Don't focus on, I hate that he watches sports, on Sundays. You know what I mean? Focus on what it is that you like and try to cultivate more of that. I would do a little bit of affirmations around the situation to, figure out exactly what it is you want and then focus on that. So for example, if you're feeling like, You feel like we have a great connection, but I want more time with you. The I want more always builds resistance. So you want to focus on, I appreciate the time we spend together. I appreciate the time we spend together, rather than creating more of, I want more time with you, which creates more of me waiting for more time to be with you. Focus on what it is that you like and be grateful for it. And that should help cultivate more of what you want and not what you don't want. We tend to, as humans, spend more time focused on what we don't have than what we do have. You know, it's like this happens a lot with, I see it more from women with relationships, where they'll be like, my relationship is really good, but I wish he would spend more time with me, or I wish he would call me more often, I wish he would text me more often. We don't communicate enough. Well, that's what they cultivate, right? Because that's all they talk about. They talk about it with me, they talk about it with their friends, they talk about it with their coworkers. So rather than focusing on what you want more of, focus on, I'm so glad that he calls me in the morning, or I'm so glad that we talk every Tuesday night. It will start to help to fix what is broken when you focus on what you like rather than what you don't like. I hope that helps. All right, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I posted a sale for 4 questions for $20 for the weekend. If anyone's interested, you can email me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.